YouTube, you probably don't know because most of our podcasts have been on Facebook, but we have said 1,000 times, thank each other for every little thing. When you know, one of us does the dishes or cleans the floor or cleans the bathroom, thank you for that. Thank you for cleaning. Thank you for making the bed. Thank you for making dinner. Thank you for blah blah. Sometimes it's even going to work when you're not feeling too well. Thank you for toughing that out.
Yeah. There's been stuff that
thank you for helping me with this. Thank you for bringing me that. Never take your partner for granted. And, all those little things, we could probably do an entire podcast on just that aspect of just saying thank you for everything. It doesn't take much effort. And the fact that you thank them every time for it, I mean, I'm sure we miss sometimes.
Oh, I'm sure. It's just because I do, but that would be because it would be silly for me to say thank you every single time you do something. Kind of thing versus like.
Well, I'm not saying you say it every time you do anything, but when someone does something for you or for for the household,
and it kind of slips your mind. That's happened to me before, actually.
I've done it too. In fact, sometimes I forget and I come back. I'm like, oh, thank you for doing the dishes, by the way. Blah, blah. And you do that too sometimes. You forget to say it in the moment, but you say it later. You gotta hold that appreciation. Anyway, moving on.
For those who have been through a painful breakup or those divorced, the study offers a note of hope. It showed that those who had been in a previous long-term relationship were markedly more likely to have steps to maintain and strengthen their current relationship than those who had not.
Wait, those who had what? Say it again.
For those who have, where do you want me? I'll start the paragraph again. For those who have been through a painful breakup or divorce, the study offers a note of hope. Mm-hmm. It showed that those who had been in a previous long-term relationship were markedly more likely to take steps to maintain and strengthen their current relationship than those who had not.
I have mixed feelings about that statement.
Well, I don't understand how they link these two sentences together.
They're saying if you got divorced or you had a really bad breakup, they're saying like don't despair that you got divorced or you had a bad breakup. Your next relationship, people tend to put more effort into it. Blah blah blah. I have mixed feelings about that because I really hate the idea of people saying, like, you remember Spider-Man 2 when Peter Parker first meets Dr. Octopus. He's not Dr. Octopus yet.
Yeah, he's the other dude.
And he meets him and his wife, and they say, love is great, but it's not easy. You got to work at it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that is such bullshit. I mean, yes. At a bare bones level, yes, you've got to work at it. You're going to have bumpy spots that you got to work through. But to say that it's hard, and I even saw someone on my social media post a few weeks ago saying, people who say marriage is easy are lying through their teeth. He said marriage is hard, and anyone who says otherwise is lying. I'm like, no, your marriage is hard.
Yeah.
Because you got married at 20 years old, and you didn't know who you were or who you were marrying.
As a child.
Yeah, it's like when we met, we were both over 25. We didn't get married till we were in our 30s, blah, blah, blah. And being with you and living with you and being married to you, all that stuff, it has never been hard except for like maybe that one small patch we went to where we had that one issue we had to worry about. I don't want to say too much, but we had like one rough patch over the course of our almost 7 years together, but just being married. It's like marriage is easy if you marry the right person.
Yeah, you did something wrong.
Yeah,
or something's going on that's making.
Yeah, it's like
hard.
don't marry someone. Don't find someone who's close to what you want and then try and mold them the rest of the way. Find someone who just is what you want.
Yeah.
You know, we essentially, you know, and this is part of why we can have an open relationship. We are essentially our own people. We do what we want.
Yes.
It just coincides that what we want is to be together. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But yeah, that's why I have mixed feelings about that. It's like I can see people being more willing to invest in their relationship, to work on their relationship after a big breakup. But that sounds more like codependency. That sounds more like, you know, you're just trying to make the relationship work just to make it work, rather than finding someone who you can fully be yourself around, and they can be themselves, and it's fine. You guys don't have to work at the relationship, you know, for the most part, like 99%. You know.
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
What up, Eric? How's it going?
This is a shift away from the idea that they are just failed relationships to be put in a cupboard and forgotten about, said Dr. Jacques Gaub, a senior lecturer in social policy at the Open University, who led the study. It shows they have learned something about them, therefore it can be an enriching experience. Also, really, Open University. Have you thought about the title of that?
Open University. Does that mean just anyone can show up? And
I don't know. That's like I'm confused, right? Because normally there's like each university has a Southern Alabama University, or you know, there's usually a open university. Like
I don't know, and I don't know why you're.
I'm so hung up about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
the end of the article.
That was a really short article, and
Sorry.
It was way less interesting than I hoped.
Yeah, I was hoping to be a little more like two opposing views, kind of.
Yeah, I wish they would have gone more into the age of the people that they because all they said was 5,000 couples. They didn't talk about age range.
We don't know about age range, their race, their economic.
Yeah,
all
it's like
factors.
What if couples who are older who chose not to have kids? What if they regret it? That's something to talk about, and that's why most likely what we're going to do is I'm going to get a vasectomy so she can get off birth control, but we're still going to freeze my sperm and freeze some of her eggs. So the option's always there.
Yeah.
But as things look, we're probably not going to have kids. It just doesn't look.
It's just not there.
Doesn't look like something we would ultimately want to do. Yes, it looks like there are things that are appealing about it. Who knows? Maybe we would raise some. Maybe we'd be awesome parents. Who knows?
I don't have a question of us being bad parents. It's just like other factors.
Would we enjoy it?
Yeah, I mean,
we wouldn't be able to do stupid shit like this anymore.
No,
we wouldn't be able to. You know, we'd have to change our language. You know, can't cuss, can't use all that language. Can't can't enjoy some of the hobbies.
the toys,
wouldn't be able
how loud they are.
Yep.
And messy, and they're very dirty. At least with kittens,
filthy.
you just have to show them how to bathe, and they're just and just.
Wouldn't be able to do jiu-jitsu as much or MMA.
We would have to alternate our schedules.
We'd get fat and dumpy. That's what would happen to us most likely.
Well, I don't want that to happen at all. So.
Stress and all that. No.
Our gray hairs would start coming in quicker.
My hair.
You have some gray hairs.
I've got a lot of gray hairs.
You have a lot of gray hairs.
I've had gray hairs since I was 15 years old. I've been getting them back here. Thankfully, the bald spot has not emerged yet, and there are no signs of it. Knock on wood.
I'll still love you even if you have a bald spot.
No, you won't.
No.
No, you won't. Go away. Go away. Okay, that article was disappointing.
And especially we got it from a podcast that were favored.
You got
I
it.
got it from it, yeah. But okay, so with the study though, you know how sometimes they would take a paper and they only take out like one sentence of the entire article and put it in there and somehow rationalize the conclusion of the thing. So that's most likely what happened here. So we don't know anything about the 5,000 couples. Like I'm sure in the paper they probably discuss perimeters.
Well, that's like what we were talking about, the one about the podcast we did about male birth control.
I know, yeah, and that's why I'm bringing up this point, is we don't really know
this could
anything.
be doing the same thing.
Majority of the time, that's what they're doing.
Yeah, and that's what I told this one girl I was dating. We were having a debate on some bullshit or whatever, and I sent her some articles in support of what I was saying, and she was like, the language in this isn't very scientific. I'll call you back, Dad. I'll call you back, I promise. We're wrapping up the podcast right now. I'll call you back in just a minute. But anyway, she said how the language in the article wasn't very scientific. They say things like most likely, probably, blah, 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 all that. I'm like, this isn't the actual paper. Click the link to the paper. And she wouldn't do that. And I'm like, well, don't just dismiss the article if you're unwilling to read the paper. But anyway, we're getting off topic.
We're going to get off topic.
She was a know-it-all bitch who just had to always be right. But anyway, thank you for joining. I think this was a shorter podcast.
I think it was, and it was mainly just because of the
article was really
itself.
Short.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're
sorry about that, guys.
I think we're a little tired.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, thank you for joining us. Catch us next weekend for Super Rockstar Superheroes. Find us on YouTube. We're going to be posting a video every day from now on. We're going to chop these videos into segments and post every day. All right. Yeah, I'm going to chop it. Yeah, I'm the one who does the work because I'm the man.
He's the man.
Yeah.
All right, do I just press finish?
Just press finish.